because that's something that could be missed with whole grains. A lot of stuff is used regular flour. We don't add that a lot. We don't think about whole grains. But there's great options with these new flours that you can have whole grains in those regular cakes. We're going to start with just making the batter. And you have softened butter, of course, you need to soften that first. So we're just basically softening the butter, and we're going to go ahead and add our sugar into this. And creaming is the mixing of a fat and a sugar. Really, what it does is it starts to really get really creamy, and it actually helps hold other ingredients together. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and add the eggs. I'm going to turn that on low. And you add the eggs one at a time. Hopefully they'll jump on. There we go. Okay, our eggs are added. Do one more scraping down.
Don't forget the vanilla.
Oh, thanks. Someone has a recipe. All right, give her a candy over there.
Then you're going to add the flour, which you've already mixed with the baking powder and salt.
Excellent. She wants a candy. I love it. So yes, I did take the flour and mixed it with the ingredients. So we mixed that together with the whip. And then we're going to add in the milk. So we're going to add a little bit of the flour. Okay, and we're going to add a little bit of milk. And some flour. And alternately adding it in sort of helps incorporate a lot smoother. You do want to scrape the side of the bowl down again. Last part of the milk. And the last part of the flour. I'm going to mix this. See the batter? Wee. This would be more like a muffin, right? You can do this as a muffin. And you can do this as your little cupcake, which we made. You can buy the ones that have the tin foil on the outside, where you don't need the muffin pans anymore. And you can just do that right out of a sheet pan and make them that way, and then just pull the foil off and you have the cupcake done. What's also good is they have portion scoops. So then you can just go like this. And each one that you do is going to be the same. I went ahead and used Earth Balance non-hydrogenated margarine. And then instead of using milk, I used almond milk. The frosting, which we're going to talk now, I'm not going to make it. It takes 11 minutes, so that takes a while. But the process is very similar. You do have to take your butter, which you have, and sugar, which you mix together, and you actually cream that. You whip it and whip it and whip it until it gets creamy and fluffy. Then you have another ingredient. You have milk, and then you have flour, more of the Ultragrain flour. Add the flour to the pan, and then the milk, and you heat it to thicken it. You put it in your bowl, and then you can turn it on, and you can thicken it. It doesn't take very long to start to thicken, but once it does, you have to cook it for at least about 2 minutes. I found out that the almond milk did not color, so it worked. But then I also used Spectrum non-hydrogenated palm sugar and made the frosting. See how thick it is? Oh wow, that's nice. It's like a nice bechamel. So then you would cool it down. You can just put it in the refrigerator. But what I did is make a little ice bath, stick it in an ice bath and stir it, and it'll cool quickly. So you have this ingredient that's finished. You have these, they're nice and baked. And here's your final product. You can take this and you can put it into a piping bag with a tip if you want. Just be like home style, just sort of dab it on there. So you can add as much frosting as you want or as little as you want. So you just sort of dab it on there, right? Dab it, dab it. White chocolate. Shavings or curls.